This is Russia's latest crackdown on voices of dissent ahead of a second round of nationwide protests planned by opposition activists. This was the office of Navalny Live, the YouTube channel set up by jailed Kremlin critic Aleksei Navalny. Another raid targeted an apartment rented by Navalny's wife, Yulia. The police denied entry to her lawyer. Others detained included Maria Alyokhina from the Pussy Riot protest group, prominent Navalny aide Lyubov Sobol, and Navalny's brother Oleg. The wave of raids and detentions came days after tens of thousands of people took to the streets in more than 100 towns and cities across Russia, demanding Navalny's release and protesting government corruption. Thousands of people were detained at the rallies, and some are suffering further consequences. Artyom Nazarov was fired from his job as a drama teacher for taking part in what were termed amoral activities.
Я считаю аморальным как раз мое отсутствие здесь. Да, и то, что я пришел, это не аморальный поступок. Аморально было бы требовать от студентов не высказывать свою точку зрения, аморально было бы требовать от студентов ее не иметь. Это аморально.
The renewed protests are scheduled for January the 31st, 8 days after the first large-scale pro-Navalny demonstrations. Navalny had been jailed ahead of a court hearing in mid-February relating to a previous conviction for embezzlement, which is widely seen as politically motivated. On January the 28th, as a court rejected his appeal against his detention, Navalny called on his supporters to take to the streets.
Хочу выразить свою огромную поддержку всем тем, кто выходит на улицы, потому что только они являются на самом деле последним заслоном, который противостоит тому, чтобы наша страна окончательно сползла в полную деградацию, и последним заслоном перед тем, чтобы те, кто находится сейчас у власти, просто не украли все. Они на самом деле защитники нашей страны и патриоты нашей страны.
Navalny was detained at a Moscow airport on January the 17th after arriving back from Germany, where he'd been receiving treatment for poisoning with Novichok, a military-grade nerve agent. Western countries have demanded his release.
As I say, we have a deep concern for Mr. Navalny's safety and security. And the larger point is that his voice is the voice of many, many, many Russians, and it should be heard, not muzzled.
The Kremlin has dismissed extensive evidence that Federal Security Service agents poisoned Navalny and has rejected calls for his release. Defending the wave of raids and searches, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Russian law enforcement agencies were doing their job. He also warned social media companies not to carry posts promoting the next protests. Vladimir Ashurkov is a close aide of Navalny, who has political asylum in Britain.
Мне кажется, это очевидно, что это кампания политического давления, связанная с массовыми акциями, которые состоялись в прошедшую субботу, и с их продолжением, которое планируется в воскресенье. Мы хотим, конечно, обострить ситуацию, потому что наш товарищ попал в тюрьму абсолютно незаконно.
In order to do that, the organisers want to focus the Moscow protest on the FSB headquarters. With the world looking on, the stage is set for the next confrontation between the Kremlin's riot police and those who would march in protest.